This is T.
And this is MZ.
And we're back with our special guest, Josh. And now we have another guest, Chris, that'll be joining us.
Hit the claps.
Hey, we on fire tonight.
Pow, fire. It's hot in here. It's real how you done drunk that shit.
So our subject tonight is going to be talking about a man's responsibility and how hard it is for sometimes to get in for a woman that's raising their son or their children to get in to have a relationship. Let's talk about that for a little bit. What does that look like when you're trying to get into having a part in your child's life, but the woman is blocking it?
You want to expound on that?
Well, okay.
Yeah.
He's too cool.
A lot of times, I mean, the woman just doesn't allow it. So that's really what it is.
But why isn't she? Why isn't she?
It could be a lot of things. She could be bitter. Bitter.
Lemon bitter? Or
They'll say it's money, but money isn't really the issue because money.
Sometimes.
No.
Or is it because she feels the man is irresponsible?
Well, they say it's money a lot of time. They be like,
No,
okay, you can spend time with your child, but you ain't give him no money. He need Jordans.
we all know that time is worth more than money.
We do know this.
So,
yeah, but sometimes the guy is
That's
irresponsible.
what counts to the child anyway, is the time.
But irresponsible, when you say irresponsible,
He may let the kid go all day and not eat.
So here's the thing.
That's his fault.
Then allow me,
child.
if you really feel that way, then allow me to come spend time with my child, with you then. Mm-hmm. If you really thought I was that irresponsible.
Tyrone at the house, he not having that.
So if you really feel I was that irresponsible, then I would say that. First of all, if you could take our kid and take care of him, then you should allow me to have that chance too.
I agree. So what are some of the things that they require you to do in order to get that private time with them? Is it really that hard?
Yeah, it's super hard. I mean, some mothers ask you to do things that they're not even doing for their kids. So, I mean, there's a lot of times that they're saying, hey, you got to put your kid in this. You got to put your kid in that. You got to pay for this. You got to pay for that.
So how do you feel that affects the kid? Do you ever get any opinion from the kid in terms of, Dad, I never see you, or Dad, you know?
My particular situation, I go home all the time, so it's different. But, I mean, I think that if I have my son, for instance, I have a son, and if I have my son all summer, should I really be paying child support if I have him?
See, that's the thing I don't
Yeah,
get.
you should.
That's the thing.
Yes,
yeah.
you
Thank
should.
You, T.
He's not with you. What am I paying child support for?
But you only have him a couple months out of the year.
So should those months stop child support at that time?
No, it should not.
No.
Why? You have to
So I should pay for you to be on escapades with
Because
while you
it's
on
not
vacation?
even about the escapades. You guys
What is
are
it
looking
about?
at it all wrong
What is
because
it
she
about?
still has to provide
Absolutely.
a shelter.
But she's not providing while he's away.
But
That don't matter. She
But come
doesn't
on, the little couple $100 that a man give on a
couple
monthly
What if he
basis
what if he
does
give you
not
$3,000-$4,000?
cover.
Wait, where's the couple $100 coming from?
T, look at all of
Where
them.
is the couple $100?
They are really puzzled.
That is not
at this
getting out of-
situation.
that's not everybody's
Check
case.
this
I have
out.
not seen
Check
that on
this
my
out.
check.
Okay, hello.
A couple $100?
I'm not
Okay,
even in
but
this
you guys
situation.
are not. Maybe not for you guys, but a lot of guys only give a couple $100. A lot of guys do.
Those are
Only
the guys
pay
you've been
$200
messing with?
a month. Yes.
I don't have any children that
Me
are on
either.
child support, so I don't have that issue. But a lot of women are only receiving a couple $100 a month. So when you think about it, for her to
Raise
take
the
care of the
child.
house, raise the child, feed the child, clothe the child,
Let's go
your
back
money
to
doesn't
he's not
even.
there.
Supplies, buy clothes,
Let's
buy
go
food.
back to he's not there.
Well, then maybe
But
that's something you
there's
guys
also
can work
some-
out. But
listen.
at the same time, the amount of money that you give on a monthly basis
Does
does
not
not
take care of
cover
all
the
their
child
needs.
for a year.
He's
And I can
there.
agree with that, but this is what I will say to that. Why do you take those couple $100 and go get your hair and nails done instead of doing what you? I'm saying you.
Now you just assuming that's what
No,
she's
I've seen
doing
it.
with
I've
the
seen it.
money.
I got sisters, aunties, cousins, homegirls. I've seen them all do it. All of them.
So
here's
don't
the
mean
thing.
they taking
I've
child
seen them-
support doing
No,
it.
I seen the child support
Here.
card that they swipe and go take niggas out there go crabs.
Here's the
I've
thing.
seen this.
That's your
So,
Florida
so
people.
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
They want Florida.
Here's the thing.
They're from Chicago.
As long as my son, I'm gonna say this. As long as my son is well put together, I don't care if you go buy a fur coat with the money when it comes in. I don't have an issue with that. That's not my problem. My issue is you going to get a house payment that matches my child support because you feel like you got this money coming until he's 18. That's an issue. Secondly, if my son is in Texas, because we live in Texas, and he's in Chicago, he's not in Chicago, but you getting X amount of dollars, and you're asking me to put him in all these activities and
that she's paying for.
No,
he's paying for
the
it.
child support should be supporting that.
I'm saying
because that's what the child support is for.
So now,
correct.
So you send him to me with no clothes.
I've heard this so many times.
Well,
No
I was
clothes.
guilty of that.
Listen,
One.
with shoes too small, he ain't got
No,
no
I don't
shirts
do
to
that.
fit.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Women.
Forget the shoes too small. No clothes.
Nothing.
Yeah,
I gotta pay for him to get here.
yeah.
I gotta pay for him to go to tutoring or whatever while he's here.
So that's how
I gotta
you
pay
give
for
back.
camp because I'm at school. So all the things that but he's at his house. He's at home alone.
No camp.
No camp at all. No tutor.
No tutor.
And all of a sudden I have to pay for everything. And my money is coming out of my check and it's going to Chicago to pay for you to kick it while he's gone.
Well, you do have a right to say no.
But here's my problem. How do I stop that child support?
You can't stop
You
the child
can't.
support,
Can't.
but all the extra curriculum stuff. If someone's calling asking you, you can say no.
But here's the problem. We go back to the leverage that a mother has because she is the primary caregiver. So yeah, that's that part. So as easy as I could say I could scream to the mountains and but that's not gonna happen. So if I can't get my son, if I have to choose between paying it and not getting my son, I'm gonna pick it just like you would pick. You would make the same decision for your kid. I'm gonna make the same decision for mine. I'm gonna say okay, it's gonna hurt, it's gonna be tight, but I'm gonna do it. And the problem is that a lot of moms, other people who don't get it. They don't understand. I'm still trying to bounce back from having my son here. Because when he was here, I had to pay a whole bunch of stuff.
But the thing, I think that what, and I may be totally wrong. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong.
We will.
But even though you pay for that small amount of time, she has him
for the other 10 months.
for the other 10 months
or 11 months.
and she's constantly paying for things that you don't even know about.
So that's an amazing point you make. So thank you for that. But I also pay
However-
child support, and that pays for a lot.
Name some of the things that she pays for.
Okay, books,
School
clothes,
fees.
$75.
yeah,
School
what,
fees.
books?
It's
And if she's sending him like to extracurricular activities after school, she's having to pay for all those classes.
Nope.
That's true here.
Maybe that's not in your case, but you got babysitters. You got a lot of stuff that
He's-
goes into it.
Come on, child support money.
Yep.
If you're only paying $200 a month, how's it going to
Everybody's
possibly
paying
cover all
$200.
Everybody
that
is not
stuff?
$200 guys you know.
$200.
Please tell me who these $200 guys you talking about. Please. And let me tell you something else. Stop talking to them.
$200 guys.
Don't.
What? But a lot of guys are not paying that much in child support. You only pay about 20% of your income.
So you say
Most do.
no.
It's 20 to 25%.
You take a guy who works at UPS.
Let's take the money off the table.
Say what I'm saying.
cannot.
Let's take the money
We
off
cannot.
the table.
How can you take that away?
No.
Cannot.
Let's take the money off. What does it matter when you're investing in your child? That is your future.
We're hoping
That is
we're
your
investing in the
heredity.
child.
That is your.
Well, it's not. You're not necessarily complaining about child support. You're complaining about not having time with your child, right?
Correct.
The money isn't the issue. We passed
It
that.
shouldn't be.
I just told you I'm allowing you to have the money even though my son is gone the whole summer.
Josh, you're laying down.
They can't see me.
I'm
Snitch.
already
John-
telling you that I'm allowing you to have my son. I'm going to have my son the whole summer and you're still getting the money. You got it. No problem.
She's just saving up for when he come back for the spring.
No, she's saving up to take Johnny to Vegas. She's taking
Who
Johnny to
is
Vegas.
Johnny? Who is Johnny?
Johnny is the guy that's slinging dang-a-lang with our child support money.
It's not about the guy.
Listen,
There is
so-
it is very expensive to take care of a child.
It is.
It
So
is.
in most times, more often than not, a woman doesn't only have one child.
Right.
So that money actually helps the household.
But that's not my fault.
Exactly.
I
But I'm
only
just
have
saying.
I only have
one
that
I'm just
child.
saying that's. I understand.
Well, where they daddy?
Let me ask you this
don't know.
question.
They ain't. That's not our fault.
What would
You don't
what
even
would
have
it be
any
like?
kids.
Yes, I
What
do.
would it look like
Where you
if
get
you were
kids
living
from?
in the
I have a
home
daughter. I just told you my whole
with a
situation.
woman and a child? Do you think you would be paying less or more?
So
if they were living in the home with the child and the mother, would they be paying less or more?
So the answer to that, we all know, would be more. But here's the problem that I have with that question. As Tina just said, there's more than one child would be in the house, which isn't mine.
More than one people.
If it was just only your child,
okay,
would you be paying less or more?
So more. Okay. But I'm not in the house. There's no fringe benefits to that.
That has nothing to do with
you
raising
dropping
up the
them
child.
draws.
That has nothing to do with raising up the child.
Drop them draws.
That has nothing to do with raising up the child.
We not raise up them cheeks. Take some pressure off us. Take some pressure off us.
Always the lie.
I might not mind.
Listen.
Man, I might not mind.
Listen.
Y'all off base.
Hey,
pop.
That changes a lot of things.
Changes things. I won't mind Reggie going to Vegas with my money if you let me pop it.
What?
But Reggie in Vegas popping and popping
Y'all
my money.
Are off base.
I'm like, man, he got Jordans, he got fresh.
You got everything. I ain't even got no Jordans. Your boyfriend got new Jordans since I got child support. When you ain't have no child support, he ain't have Jordans.
Okay, so we agree to disagree on that. So what else is on y'all's mind that y'all like to talk about?
Well, think
the
about
black
this.
woman.
A black, oh Lord. Okay, we've been talking about a black man.
What about the black woman? Oh my God! What about the black woman? How brilliant we are!
You're very brilliant. You're very beautiful. You're very
we
intelligent.
support our black man.
But we want you to get some Gorilla Glue sometimes and fill your mouth up and shut it up. We don't want to hear all that.
Yes.
After a hard day at work, no, we won't. We want a home cooked meal, some fellatio, and say, babe.
We done talked about this.
No, but Chris wasn't here.
Yeah, this.
I got help now.
Oh,
yes, I got some help now. Before it was two drunken monkeys against me.
We will not talk about cooked meals and fellatio.
Hey, listen.
But it helps. Did we agree to that? We did agree to that. Though.
Josh, I'm gonna need you to step away from the light.
Did we agree to that? Though?
Okay,
we all agreed to it.
Step away
we
from
all
the
agreed
light,
to
Josh.
what?
That fellatio helps the conversation.
That's what you agree.
That's what you said.
Oh, hold on. I got Andre. Listen, y'all both said yes, it will. Don't do that.
We said
don't do that. Yes, y'all did.
No,
yes, y'all did.
We nodded.
No, they verbally agreed.
We did not agree
especially
to that.
Okay, Chris.
So now
this couch girl.
Everybody's shy.
What about black women? What about black women?
Everybody's shy now. Okay.
Talk about black women. Let's hear it. Speak on it.
There are negatives and there are positives.
We're asking Chris.
You didn't say names. You just
we
threw it out
want
there.
Chris to answer.
Okay,
yeah.
We love the black woman.
Of course.
So would you date outside your race?
What about us not to love? What about us not to love besides our moms?
Tiger.
Well, what had happened was.
Okay, let's hear it.
What I did outside my race? Is that what your question is?
No. What about us not to love? We're black women.
Oh, we love you.
I thought we was talking to him.
But it's difficult. I always say it about everything. I always bring up the black woman all the time when black women are around. You gotta love them.
Don't go to sleep, Josh.
All right.
You gotta love them.
I'm gonna film your ass.
There's so much into it. It's so complex.
Why is it complex? Simplify it for us.
The black woman is different everywhere you go. Every place, every woman's different. How they were raised. You need to know where a woman comes from. You have to ask the right questions. Sometimes we don't ask the right questions.
That's
true. People. I don't know if I don't know your background. I always tell women all the time. Listen, before I started dating, I was like, look, you need to know where I come from. I need to know where you come from. Mm-hmm. Is your mother in your life? Is your father in your life? These things are questions we don't ask. We ask about everything else. We don't ask about those.
Are these questions that you ask now that you're older?
Absolutely.
Because when you were younger, you didn't give a damn where they came from. Just boot over and let me get that. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you
Josh is messing all up.
No, that's for real. As you mature as a man, these are things that are important to you for a black woman.
Right.
When you're 19, 20 years old at Daytona Spring Break, a Freaknik, you don't care where she came from. All you want to know is did she bring her friends.
What was that?
Daytona.
You didn't ever go to
Spring
Freaknik?
Break? No, we never been.
Well, you missed a whole lot.
They're
Florida people.
They don't really,
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this. Any kind of spring break vibes, anything like that when you were younger, men didn't care nothing about, are you mentally challenged? Can you spell it? They didn't care about that. All they want to know is can you get in this room and do what you're going to do. But as we get older, now we're raising kids with you, we're raising families with you. So now these things are important.
But see, but women don't really understand. Like, guys are not what they think. Like, they think all we want to do is hit. No, at this point, we're like, nah. You got to bring more to the table than just that. Like,
I've been saying this all week.
we are
Who you
not
been saying that to?
just.
I told you on Facebook.
We are not just that.
So when they say, "Can you pay my bills?" and we say, "Well, what are you offering?" They say, "I gave you some coochie." So what? I can't take your coochie to the rent man and say, "Hey, here go my mortgage money. She gave some coochie last week." They're gonna say, "What is that, sir? She didn't give me none."
See, but I think that is the quality and the type of women that you're doing that with.
No,
You shouldn't be searching for those kind
Disagree.
of women.
You can't search for a type of particular because you don't know
Disagree.
what she's gonna say. She could be a doctor and say that. She could be an astronaut and say that. She could be a stripper and say that.
It's
A doctor
all
ain't gonna need your
women.
money.
It's not all women.
We didn't
A
say all
doctor
women.
ain't gonna need your money.
It's not about your money.
But that's what you just
She can
said.
save her money. She's spending yours.
It's not
A doctor can save her money, she's
99.9%
spending
of
yours.
women that feel that way.
No,
It's not, but it's 79.2.
Listen, most women.
Pull that dumb out.
Statistics. Got a statistician in the back. Randy.
Can we see some paper?
74.9.
Can
Y'all heard
can we see some documentation on that?
He just went outside.
Listen, we have an analytics team.
We have a very good one. We have a very good analytics team. They're good. All jokes aside, black women, to me, my personal opinion, are the greatest human on earth, man or woman. They are the greatest.
That's right.
They have been through so much, but what they forget sometimes that we as the black men have been through twice as much.
That's true.
You
And
have-
still going
I
through it.
agree. That's totally
And still
true.
going through it.
Yeah, black women don't really understand their place either. And what I mean by that is that how great they are. Like, I always say this is one of my favorite sayings that I made up. I don't believe Barack would have been the president without Michelle.
I said
Correct.
that
And
last
that's
week.
true.
And
That's true. We
said-
got to applaud for that.
Yeah, I said that last week.
But-
it was the greatest example.
But when are y'all gonna realize that y'all need to be Michelle's?
Oh,
Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Because
Michelle
We'll
never
start
embarrassed
tomorrow.
him. She never embarrassed him.
No, she didn't.
look at her
She
background.
supported him 100.
Look at her background.
I feel
she was his
I
boss.
feel we already know we are Michelle's.
Listen.
It's when is the black man going to recognize that he has a Michelle?
But is it easier to support a Barack than it is a Tyrone that works at Costco?
You could support
Absolutely.
any any man.
No, you missed it.
That's not what I said. I said it's easier to support.
Is this thing on?
That's right.
Yeah.
Say it.
Listen to what he said.
Is it easier to support a Barack or is it
Of
versus
course,
a Tyrone from
of course
Costco?
it's easier to support a Barack.
That's why Michelle stayed. She didn't stay when he was Barack at Costco.
She was his boss.
She was his boss. He worked for her.
Wow.
They was in there having
A lot of people miss
boom in the closet.
A lot of people miss that. They missed that part.
She saw something in him that nobody else saw.
She ain't crazy.
But
Right. She saw the deeper side of him. She saw the real person.
Because they had pillow talk.
But-
And
Well,
she knew
no,
she knew
she
the deeper.
looked-
She knew it was
looked
deep because
past-
she talked to him.
She looked past what he was doing at the moment.
But y'all don't talk to us.
We just had. That's what we said earlier.
What do you
Wow.
mean we don't talk to you?
You yell at us.
You don't talk.
You yell.
We don't talk. Say that. What do you mean?
What's my favorite color?
He knows yours.
He don't know mine.
Yes, he do.
He doesn't know mine. You didn't tell me.
It's green.
I asked you, and we never came back to it.
My point is that you have to ask certain questions to people to get to know them really, and they might be the stupid
If they really mean something to you.
and they might be.
And I
stupid
understand what you're
questions.
saying, because me personally, I feel the same way, because when I meet someone, it's like they're not asking questions to find out who I am, who I am down under in my soul. You know, what makes me tick.
What makes you tick?
And that's the same thing that you're saying.
Correct.
That women don't do the same thing for you guys. So maybe, and in this room right here, we can all start over and kumbaya.
I don't want to start over. I like the asshole I am. I put a stop to a lot of stuff real fast. I'll put a lot of stuff to Bill asking about your
She
nappy
only
head,
had-
dirty kids.
The first 6 hours is over with you.
Yeah, because I don't like your son. His tooth chip. I don't like how he look. That mean I got
you only have a 6 hour.
That mean I
Josh.
got to go pay for dental because you can't do it. So that means stepdaddy got to do it. I don't like this relationship already.
What are we talking about now?
I don't want it.
We talk about how he only have a 6 hour relationship, so
Okay.
he's already have identified himself as an asshole.
Yeah, I have the 6 hour relationships because I figured out real fast. Nope. Real fast. It don't take long.
Josh, it ain't gonna take you. It's gonna be a long time before you know.
It's okay.
Okay.
Remember I told you about prison taught me patience?
That ain't patience, boo.
That is patience.
That's not.
If you gotta wait for a certain date for you to go home for years, that's more patience than anything you can
That
possibly
was
think
then,
of.
but what about now?
I said it taught me patience.
What about now?
I have patience.
Are
I
you
can wait.
You
He
didn't
can
use it
wait.
with the lady at Starbucks.
Yes, I was.
No, you didn't.
I had a lot of patience
No, you
because I greeted her. I took my time out of my day texting her and talking to her. And when we got there, she didn't appreciate that. So guess what? I don't have to talk to you.
So speaking of that, let me ask you a question. This is very important to me, so I'm going to ask you this question.
Are you asking me or are you asking everybody?
The ladies.
Okay.
This is for the ladies, actually.
Because this is supposed to be about us. You're
Yeah.
finna beat
So-
us
so-
up.
No. This is a.
Hold on, Tina.
It's really not about beating you up. It's really a question.
What is
What's
it?
an ideal date for you?
Dinner and a movie?
Dinner where?
Okay, wait, hold on. I want hold on 1 second, Josh, before you do that. Go ahead, Tina.
I knew you was gonna do that.
Oh, you're a lady.
But I mean, she answered dinner and a movie,
Dinner in the movie.
Okay, so let
and
me,
maybe coming back and watching a movie or something.
I like what she think. Woo-hoo. Women, did y'all hear that? She said dinner and a movie and then coming back to watch a movie.
Okay, so let me just address both of those answers, right? So, if we're in a movie, what we gonna do?
I'm touching her.
But we're not talking.
How many times have we talked to each other and how long have we been knowing each other?
You didn't ask that
dated
before you
someone?
answered, though. So,
You asked the question, what's an ideal date?
and you gave me your answer, and
dinner
I
and a
appreciate
movie.
that.
Right.
And what I'm saying to you respectfully is, we're in a movie, we don't talk. So now we've went out, we spent time together. In your mind, we spent time together, but we didn't do anything about talking. We didn't get to know each other.
No, because we're in
At
a
all.
movie.
Okay.
What about
That's
the dinner?
that part. Now,
But dinner, you're having conversation.
Okay.
so let's address the dinner part. What do you think is acceptable first date for dinner?
You mean place?
Yeah.
It's going to be depending on what each person likes to eat.
Jack in the Box.
You pick. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you pick. Go ahead.
Where would I go?
No, where would you want to go?
Yeah.
Someplace I can get a nice salad.
Okay. But go pick.
Well,
the place.
I'm not a
Hold
salad
on.
girl, so I'm gonna pick a nice steakhouse.
Wendy's.
Okay, so hold on. Pick a
I'm not
place. I want
opposed to
both
that,
of
but
you-
I'm not
I
gonna
want
go.
both of you to pick a place, please, and thank you.
Now, ladies.
The podcast can't go all night. Thank you.
Clock is ticking. Tina, you're on the clock first.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I could meet somewhere in the middle, and I can go to like a Papa Do's or something like that.
That's not in the middle.
That is in
That's
the middle.
$100.
You
That's
originally
not.
said a nice steakhouse, just so you
Yeah,
know.
I'm saying I can compromise.
Your first thought was
yes, I
nice
would prefer a
steakhouse.
steak.
Okay.
but
So you gave your answer, nice steakhouse. Well,
Okay.
I'm coming back to you, please.
Mexican. I love Mexican food. Gloria. Margaritas.
All right. So here. So this is the first date wherever we're going on, right? So you said Gloria's. Gloria, moderately priced, no problem. I got it. Understood. Nice steakhouse. Don't know my last name. Don't know anything about me. But you want me to take you to True Lux or some restaurant that's kind of pricey.
Cussed out first date.
3 steaks.
That's you, Josh.
three forks.
Cussed out first date. He just
Now-
told you. You don't know nothing about me, my name or anything.
So I'm going. I'm a quarter through the date, and I realize what in the Sam hell that I like about this girl when I started talking to her.
Nothing.
Now you've already ordered. I ordered. Now how much you think? How much you think the average date costs?
150.
Okay,
I wish the
Okay, you're at 150. You at Gloria's. She may be coming to a steakhouse.
she's not even spending 150 at
no
Gloria.
Depending on
65.
how much you drink.
Oh.
This ain't no, we didn't go out with a drink. We went out to.
Well,
Eat.
okay, but
Yeah,
then
but she's gonna buy drinks. You know.
I know she
because
is.
I say you're gonna spend about the same at a steakhouse, 150.
So you're telling us a guy?
For real.
You
Okay,
said a guy spent
so-
150?
Okay, so listen.
Yes.
So hold on. So we're at $150, ladies. Just I want you to put this
For a
in
movie?
perspective. Listen, we're at 150.
Well, they don't even count the movie. Because the movie is what, $60?
Another 60.
I don't know.
So here's my thing. So now we're at $210.
Oh shit!
Roughly.
I'm broke.
Now, $210. We went on a date, and I don't. Let's just say we didn't hit it off. You like me, I don't like you. Let's just say it that way, or just say equally we don't like each other.
I know where you're going.
So 210. So I'm a single guy, and I'm dating. How often do you think I date?
Once a month.
Huh?
If you got to pay
Probably-
$210
Probably
every time.
once a week.
Okay, so we'll say once a week, which is I'm gonna say that's probably
Low.
But we'll go with the ones once a week.
Very low.
So I'm at 210. Times that by 4 weeks, ladies.
Right.
That's $1,000.
Right? So I've dated 4 women in a month at $1,000.
But that's your problem because you didn't choose the right one on the first date. If you'd have chose the one at the beginning of the month and kept her around, then you
But
would
she didn't like him. She didn't like him. But she didn't like him, remember? She didn't like him, remember?
But, so that's what you got out of that?
Yes, that's right.
But she didn't like him, remember? She didn't like him, remember?
So this is the
Or he could have just stayed at home. He didn't have to go out every week.
True.
But he's dating.
He didn't have to go out with a date every week.
Listen.
But I'm fair. I'm really fair on my
Tina.
first date.
Tina, I've talked to you on the phone as much as I could possibly talk to you on the phone. And every woman, if you ask the men here, are going to say, okay, why don't we go out and grab something to eat? Is that not the first thing that they say?
That's exactly what they say.
That's the first thing.
And we don't even want to go eat.
So let me ask this question. So this is where she and I talk about this a lot.
I need to stop talking.
Back in the day, okay, so every time for me, I'm single. So guys are always trying to say, well, come over to my house and let me cook you something. Or let me come over to your house. I'm like, dude, I don't even know your last name. Why would I let you come to my house?
Why do you want him to spend $200 on you?
But I don't know this person. I can't just let.
So why would you want him to spend $200 on you?
Well, I'll be fair. I try and be fair because
or-
I don't have a problem going Dutch on the first couple dates.
Or how about this, Marcella?
Double Dutch.
I don't
Ask
have
his
a
last
problem.
name.
If you don't know it. Since you don't know it.
But why go over to his house though?
So he can cook. It's cheaper.
Right.
Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
It used to be that way.
I'm not going over to a
That you can
guy's
go
house. I'm not
over
doing
their house.
it.
So let me ask.
Not
you
going
know,
over
And I ain't
No.
going to the Eddie V's.
Well, we don't have to go there. We can meet somewhere else, but I'm not going to his house.
Starbucks. It's the first date.
That's fine.
I do that a lot.
Well,
I do that a lot.
she does. I don't.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
because I don't drink coffee.
I like
I don't drink coffee, but got great hot chocolate.
I don't
Yeah.
go to
Apple
Starbucks.
cider.
And it's a
They have
great
apple
10-minute
cider.
date. I mean, you
Starbucks.
can boom, 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 size somebody up and be out
And
the
be
door.
going about your business.
Yeah, if you don't like them.
There you go. So I don't need to spend $200
Like
to
I
find
did.
out if I like you or I don't.
Right.
So
That's right.
Yeah.
women don't get that part. And I had to realize that you cannot spend $210 on every woman that you think you might like.
I've never spent
But
$210 on no woman.
what I've heard
eating.
from guys is that there are a
Refuse.
lot of women out there that do that on purpose. They just looking for a
a
free
meal. Yeah.
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 Lots of women do
Right.
that.
Yeah.
A lot of
They'll
especially-
date 20 guys in a week.
But
Yeah.
y'all ain't looking at two women that
Especially
do
a
that.
lot
We
of
don't
older
deserve that.
women.
We
The
couldn't-
older women are the
we couldn't
worst.
afford our
They're the
meal.
worst.
The older women are the worst.
They're the worst.
The older women
Yeah.
are the worst.
Yeah.
The young girls okay with Applebee's. It's the older women that say, you got to take me to Eddie V's, Roger.
Yeah.
And Roger say, I got bills to pay. Well, this ain't the one for you. Come to me when you can afford me.
These older
Afford you?
older
Beat
realtors.
it, bum.
Whatever.
Those are the ones.
Whatever.
Me personally, on a first date, I would never, I don't care who this woman is, I would never take a woman anywhere. I would have to spend $200 for what Chris just said. I may not even like you past the first 3 seconds. Why would I go spend two? Now, if you're my girlfriend, you're my potential wife. We've been dealing with each other. It's nowhere
Yeah,
that
that's different.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
is, that's
There's
different.
nowhere that you want to go. We ain't gonna go because you're my lady. But just meeting you and you say, I had one when I first moved here. This lady I met, and she named all the expensive restaurants in here. She's like, well, we can go here, we can go here. So I was, as she was saying, because I'm not from here, I was Googling all these places, and all these places cost per person $90 and up. So I'm like, I said, do you go here on a regular basis? She's like, no.
Only if I got somebody else paying.
Only if I got a dummy.
And
So
of
I
course,
said,
there's women out there that'll do that.
so I said,
Everybody ain't like that.
did your past boyfriends take you? She's like, well, I mean, I just want to go there. What's stopping you from going?
Right.
Like literally, what's stopping you from going? So she's like, oh, I see you one of them. She said, well, we're not going to work. I said, okay. But she
Yeah.
kept on talking crazy. Like, what do you mean, okay? I'm okay with not taking you there.
Yeah, a lot of times people want to go places that they never have ever been in their life
On you.
on you,
And
that you have
that
to
ain't
understand.
cool.
Oh, so that's what men think.
No,
That's true. That's
It's
true.
not what we think. It is a fact.
That's a fact.
It happens all
The time. I had one girl just tell me, she said, do you want to go to the Fantasia concert? I already got my ticket. You can buy your ticket, which is cool.
That's
But see,
cool.
I
Which is cool.
understand what
And
y'all
I told her, I say-
I understand what y'all saying, but I'll speak for myself. I can buy my own damn ticket and buy my
Exactly.
own dinner. I
So
don't
do
need
it.
somebody to do that for
and
me.
that's what we would do.
All
So
the
we're not
person is doing
asking
is
you to
trying
take
to
us
get
someplace
somebody
that
to
we
know.
can't afford to take
Absolutely.
ourselves.
But
to.
hold on. Stop. Excuse me a second.
Would you take him there on the first
Why?
date?
I would.
I'm saying, would you? I'm just saying, would
I
you?
would. Yes, I would.
On the first date,
Yes, I would.
and there's nothing wrong with that.
And I would expect the same in return. I'm showing you how I want to be treated.
Gotcha.
That's me. So
Gotcha.
I'm going to show you where I want to go because you don't know me. So I'm teaching you me.
Do you know the
This
unicorn
is?
is?
What I like, and this is what I'm going to show
Do
you.
you know what a unicorn is?
What?
No, unicorn?
No.
You never heard of a unicorn?
Yeah, I heard of unicorn.
That's
Go
what
ahead.
you are because there's not many like you. You stand out. I'm saying it to applaud you because women aren't like that.
They are not.
I'm single here in Dallas, so I'm on dating sites. I do a lot of talking to people. So I haven't met one woman. Matter of fact, a friend of yours, we ain't gonna say no names. Me and my brothers here visiting me. We was all going out one night. So she volunteered to come get us. I said, no, we're in the car already. She's like, well, no, come, I'll take you. So once I got in the car, by us being in her car, she said, well, I need to fill, we went to the gas station. She said, oh, fill my tank up. She sat in the car and told me to go fill her tank up.
No.
I said, I'm not filling your tank up.
You should have went home there, Josh.
Keep in mind.
So that's why he was mad all
she
night.
She went and filled her own tank up. We got her own gas.
She pumped
But she only
it?
put, no, I pumped it.
Oh, okay.
She only put $10 in the tank. But she told me to fill it up.
Red
now,
flag.
as we kept on going,
Red flag.
flag on the plate. So now, as we kept going, her car was messing up. So she said, hey, you think you can help take this and get it fixed for me? Wow. Now, keep in mind, you don't even know me.
That was the first date?
That's the second time I saw her.
Wow.
It wasn't even a date. We didn't even want to go nowhere. We were just saying we were just going to get out. You said, Chris, we all going to go out and have some fun. Me and Johnny was going elsewhere. So then when we got there, she waited at the place for me to pay. You remember? She waited for me to pay. So I'm looking at her like, I'm standing there watching her like, so the only reason why you called me to come out with you
So you could pay
for
the
me
bills.
to pay. So I already caught that. I saw that and I caught that. I don't play them type of games.
But everybody ain't like that.
I didn't say everybody like it, but
No.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you this
large
is what
majority.
a large majority because every woman I've met
Y'all
up
just
here,
ran into the wrong women.
Thank you.
and that's true. And some women run to the wrong man. So on vice versa.
That's true.
But I'm just
Here
telling
in
you,
Dallas.
I'm telling you my experiences on the dating scene here, and I'm talking about
It's
from
rough.
the late 20s
It ain't-
all the way up to the early 50s. All these women that I've met, and
Early 50s.
yes,
Come on, Josh.
all the same.
Especially the 50s.
They're only, and I'm going to say that. I was going to say that the women that are
What?
the women that are older are worse. And the reason why I say they're worse because they probably already dealt with guys, and they're at the point now where hey, you either going to shit or get off. But I just met you. You can't just tell me I need to shit or get off the stool. I don't even know you.
That's the thing.
But
A woman
see,
will
y'all
treat you
can't-
like she's been
you-
dealing with you forever.
That's
I'm
right.
new.
That's right. I'm the
That's
new
what
guy.
I am.
But
I'm
y'all
the new
can't-
guy.
But y'all can't take. And say
When you
that's
say that
all
she's
women.
treating you, she bringing her baggage in? Is that what you're referring
Well,
to?
she like what he just said. She wants me to do boyfriend type stuff instantly.
Okay.
Instantly.
Okay, so let me ask.
No.
Okay, so let me ask.
So what is boyfriend type
so
stuff?
some
What do you mean?
advice for
Paying
me.
your bills.
So-
taking
Yeah.
your-
So
But
let's-
he's gonna want to be intimate fast
here-
soon.
so
But
here's
guess
my
what?
question. Here's
Some
my question.
advice.
Intimate. You're
So
right.
should you go Dutch on the first date?
Yes. So
Yeah,
wait, let me
you
ask this
should.
question.
I met a woman I went Dutch with the other day, and it was cool. I
You
love her.
should go
Yeah,
Dutch.
She my
I think
new
that's
boo.
a great idea. I think I'll try
You
that.
should go
New
Dutch.
boo.
If
So wait.
that's what's ruining y'all's head and thinking that women are out there, then I'm gonna go Dutch.
It's
But
not
you
ruining
should
our
go
head.
Dutch.
It's not ruining our head.
Here's the thing.
It's not
Or
how.
you could even
How
offer
can-
to pay for it.
how
I
can
mean,
a
I
woman-
don't see anything wrong with that.
Here's
Pay
the
for
thing.
his too.
Listen, ladies.
You could.
How
You could.
is
Not
it?
Eddie V. She ain't gonna offer to pay for
Well,
it.
no, I wouldn't even take you there.
Why?
Oh, why?
That's where y'all want to go.
No, I don't
See
think
what I'm talking
y'all.
about?
I'm just saying,
Why?
I wouldn't take you there
Why?
because
That's
that's
where
a
I want to
different-
go.
That's where I want to
That's
go.
a different setting. That's a different
Well,
setting.
that's what the men are saying. That's a different setting.
Correct. This is some stuff that you do when the bill comes and it's $400.
Oh, you gotta help.
I'm just getting. I ain't helping. I'm
You
just
gotta
getting up.
help.
Wait, Eddie V.
Who gotta help?
I'm running.
woman.
Listen, I met
If
this
she
chick.
help eat the
I met
damn
this chick.
food
I
and
lived
it's
in Houston.
$400, she should give a helping hand.
I lived in Houston.
But
I
who
lived in
picked the
Houston.
restaurant?
She did.
She did.
Oh, okay.
But if it's $400, that's a lot of money.
I lived in Houston. This lady said,
I'm telling you, I gotta go to
"Hey,
the car and get my wallet and keep
I want to
going.
go to Three Forks. Three Forks don't play with you.
So don't.
At all.
3-4 leave with 1-4.
I ain't never been to 3
Hey,
You
don't.
going?
Hey,
You're going.
they don't play with you at all.
You're
Everything is
going.
$90. The salad $90.
Well,
The entree $90.
Is the
Well,
food worth it?
Appetizer.
I don't
Is the
know,
food
but
worth
you'll
it?
find out soon.
$65.
That's
Hey.
my restaurant.
Listen, I said, ma'am, I don't even know you. I don't know your last name. I don't even know. I
what I'm
said,
saying.
I don't
simply
even know
this.
if you a man
I
or
said-
woman.
I said, listen, if we get across the table and I figure out I don't even like you, I'm in it for $400.
400, yeah. That's
And she
yeah.
was like, well, that's where I want to go. Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
See you later.
yeah.
Well, go.
I don't need to go there.
I get that.
Back home where I'm from, Mr.
Okay,
and
what's
Mrs.
the-
Krabs
what's
is a
the-
big thing.
What's the next complaint?
Mr. Big thing.
What is it about? Black women? We tell people off?
No. Mr. and Mrs. Krabs is like a big thing down there where I'm from.
Okay.
All the girls who want to go out somewhere, that's what they pick.
Mr. and Mrs.
Mr.
Krabs.
and Mrs. Krabs, because they know they're not picking it because the food is good. They pick it because it costs a lot. They picking it because by the time you get out of there, you've paid $200. So if they gave some coochie, they figure, oh, he paid $200. Oh, this is serious. He paid $200 for this. He ain't just take me to no McDonald's.
See,
So it depends on the women. You got to find some more mature women that got
They are
their shit
mature.
together.
They are mature. They shit together. So I'm trying to tell you.
But I think it's funny though. I think that all people should live somewhere different so they can date in different places.
And experience so many different
because
things.
I think that everyone in different places is different in dating.
That's probably true.
No, it's a fact. Chicago, Houston, Dallas, it's all different. It's all different.
That's true.
Women move differently in all those places for me, in my experience. And I'm sure men move differently in all those places.
What are the differences?
I believe it's kind of like being in Chicago when you say South Side versus West Side.
Right.
Like Houston and Dallas is different. I believe women in Houston are way more free. Like they like the type of be like, oh, let's do that? Okay, cool, let's go do it.
I told y'all that.
Where Dallas will be like, let me take your number, I'll give you a call, we might be able to hook up. You know what I'm saying?
Show me the money.
So they're more like
Pretentious?
I don't want to
In
say
Dallas?
pretentious.
That's what the people in Fort Worth say.
Let's
Well,
just-
I don't
about
know.
that.
They do say
I
that.
don't know.
It's true.
They say that.
I've had people from outside say Dallas is pretentious.
That's the exact word they use too.
Absolutely.
I mean white people.
That's,
You know what
I'm talking about white. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. They say they don't go to
this
Dallas.
Guy, the guy I told you, and he was from San Antonio. He was like, Dallas is so pretentious, and I was like, for him to say it, I was like, and he was rich,
Right.
But I say that to say, people come from other places, and it's just different. Their mindset is different. Women in Houston are different. Chicago women are funny. There's certain qualities in a Chicago or Midwest woman.
They can dance.
The reason, the thing about them is that they're hustlers. They're just plain out hustlers, and the one thing that they are supportive. Like you run through a wall for them, you just will.
And if you find a woman that's supportive, you will jump off that balcony to save her life.
Yeah.
If your intentions are right.
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter about
doesn't
your
matter about your
intentions.
intentions.
Had nothing to do with
if
it.
she's supporting you, you will, as a man, I'm telling you, I've seen it. If you got a supportive woman, you do have knuckleheads in cases, so we can't say every guy, but
Okay, thank
most
you.
men that got a supportive woman, not saying them, because I'm not saying he won't cheat on her.
No.
I'm not saying that. What
Oh,
I'm
Lord,
saying,
because all men cheat.
yes, what I'm telling you is that man
Not gonna co-sign
would
that.
jump. Hey, he ain't got to. Boy, look at man is a man. A man is a man. But he'll jump over that balcony to save you.
He should, because she would do the same thing.
Not true.
Yes, it is. If she supported and she gonna ride and die, she'll jump
It's certain
over
things
to-
that she ain't gonna do,
She
though.
gonna jump over to save him
She
too.
gonna mess her hair.
Define jumping over.
She ain't messing her hair. She might yell for help.
I'm just jumping over the balcony.
But no,
and riding down.
all
How
jokes
does that
aside, a supportive. This is
Feet
why.
up in the air.
This is why black men go to other races.
Oh, don't go back there, Josh.
No.
Supportive. He just hit it on the head.
Right, but
So-
we are supportive.
No. You're motherly. You're motherly telling us what we should and can't, what we can and can't do.
Whoa.
That's not support.
I disagree with that. I
Of
think
course
we have
you
the
would.
tendency to be motherly, but I also think we're supportive.
Over motherly.
Yeah, you're very nurturing.
And you're taking them in
So
this.
what's the difference with a white woman?
So what we need to
Supportive.
do is say, get up. And
Johnny needs. This is Chris. Chris needs a laptop, right? Chris doesn't have the money right now.
And who is
Not
this, a
all black.
woman?
Not all
Okay.
black women won't do it because they're gonna say, "Get your own mother." But those white women and Asian, they're gonna just say, you know what, Chris, laptop? Hell, I got one or I'll go buy him one because she knows what he's trying to do.
So they adjust.
So they'll say, you know what, he's trying to do this, so I'm gonna see what's going on.
I'm gonna help him out.
Some black women will, but most of them be like, well, shit, you can't get no laptop? I don't have it right now. What you mean you ain't got it? Well, you need to go get one because I ain't got it. And they will have it. But that white girl, that Asian lady, that Puerto Rican girl, whatever, she gonna say, you know what? Because she was raised like that.
Yeah,
And
but
she got the money.
we were raised differently.
Correct.
So we're raised thinking that the black man always want to get over. 1, 2, when we build this black man, he's going to leave us to be with another woman.
But
so that's always the fear of the woman.
In back of your mind.
Yeah,
Right.
Gotcha.
That's her fear.
So
that's what the TV. That's what the movies.
Yeah, waiting to excel. All
That's
of
what
them,
they show.
They
Correct.
showed that.
That's right.
So
So-
when that movie aired, that put that thought in a lot of women's head.
if you know the outcome of the game, then why play?
Well, that's true.
So why date? So if you already got the end of the movie, why watch it?
Why watch the movie? You already know what's gonna happen.
So
Because
if you think that's
you can't live your life and just not and give up hope on
So you
everything. You
gotta-
got
so-
to keep trying
so
to
pick
find
a man.
that.
So pick a man you
that-
want to sow into, because if you can't sow into me, then why should I sow into you? Because I feel like I have the exact same thing. I have everything to give you, everything to give you.
But everybody don't think like you.
Yeah, correct. But my,
Correcto mando.
But my point is that we can't go through this thinking that you're gonna fuck me over. That you just can't.
Take Mafia Wives.
You can't.
I'm gonna go to Mafia Wives.
I agree.
Like, look how they stand by their guy.
Look at Mafia guys. No matter what Joe Raggio did, it don't matter.
Who is that?
Mafia,
Mafia
Mom.
Don.
I'll follow you.
The Mafia
Mom.
guys. It doesn't matter what he did. When he came home, his meal was cooked. They cooked fresh noodles. They made, boy, listen, let me tell you something. Doesn't matter what that man went out and killed 19 people.
Going.
That man killed 19.
He gonna bring it home in a
I'm finna
minute.
bring it home. That man killed 19 people when it robbed 55,000 people. But when he got home, that woman made him feel like he was the most special man in the whole wide
And that's the
world.
way it should be.
Listen, a black woman
That's
can
the way
do
it should
something
be.
very simple.
Tell us.
When something goes bad, she said, "Baby, it'll be all right."
That's right.
That's all she gotta say.
That's
No,
it.
that's a little bit.
Marzetta, our job is done.
That and that thing Josh said.
Hey,
That-
I like that we're learning, Tina.
I told him that.
T, I like that we're learning tonight.
You know what, Chris? They said that. I told them they were like, "What will make you listen? A black man listen more?" I told them, "Hey, try it out sometime. A little bit of necky neck, and then after
Here we go.
this is serious. After that, try talking to him versus yelling and screaming at him. I guarantee you, just try it out different. See how it work out. Guarantee it work out different.
So,
It's so funny.
here's my
When
question,
you
though.
walk in the door, baby, pull your pants on. Let me get your blow.
Boy, I guarantee you. I guarantee you that light bill that he said he couldn't pay.
He could pay
But
it.
not-
He gonna pay it now because you. Whoa, wait a minute.
Marzetta, have you ever tried it?
Yeah,
And it worked, didn't it?
it does.
Okay, then. So why sit up?
I never.
So
said
why
it
fight
didn't.
it?
Why
I
fight
ain't
it?
Why fight it?
But they
It
got to
works.
be your man.
Some confidence.
Listen, man. If the guy that you're doing this with isn't your man, then you might as well go get some money for it, like real money. Like you go out and just do your thing, and that's a profession for you. Well, I'm talking about the man. That's your man,
Right.
So to build him up, it doesn't take a lot. It's just a little
It
bit.
just takes a blowjob.
No. The blowjob is the conversation starter. That's what I just told you. That's the conversation starter.
The funny part, though, Marzetta, is that you'll take head just as much as we will, but
And I asked them, and they said
but
yes.
But it's funny when
We know,
we
you
talk
know what,
about it.
Chris? We're not going to even get into that.
We already got into it, and they said yes. They said yes. I asked them. I asked, and they said yes. I said, would that make you, if a guy did it to you, would that make you susceptible just to talk a little more? They say yes. Duh. We want the same thing. Guess what? When we say, yeah, babe, shit, go on in there and get that money and get that purse. Because at first we say, hell no, I ain't buy no motherfucking Louis Vuitton. But once that happened, you like, I had to go out there. I had to go out there and hustle a little harder. Shit, go on, get there. Man. I just got to go out there and do a little something.
Overtime.
And then below overtime, I got to do a little harder. But listen,
Wow, sex is powerful.
Sex is very powerful. Sex is the most powerful drug in the world. Nothing's more powerful than sex. I don't give a damn. Cocaine, heroin ain't more powerful than sex. Just not happening. But what I'm saying is conversation starters. How can we be better? Instead of me yelling at you or you yelling at me, because nothing's going to happen. If you're coming in and saying, motherfucker, I did not, when I left here, the trash was still sitting up there. Why you didn't take that trash out? If you just went on ahead and got on that meat and then say, babe, you forgot the trash, guess what you gonna do? That nigga gonna take everything out. You gonna have the couch, the TV. You say, oh no, that ain't trash, babe. That ain't trash. Put the couch back. Oh, I didn't know what that was. I'm putting everything outside. You ever tried? Just think about it. That's what the other people do. They come home, they got lingerie on. They in a football stance.
Here we go again.
Listen, they in a football stance.
T.
Baby want to play football? You like, football? What's going on here?
I know.
We're going to have to fire him.
No, but people.
This is true story.
No, listen. No, I mean.
Why we got? But why a woman have to do all that?
He keeps going back to that.
The reason why she has to do that because you keep things spicy once things get dull. Even a job.
That's not 100% proof.
Oh, that's 99% proof.
No,
yes,
it's not. It's maybe 80.
I didn't say that's high. That's very high.
It is a very high number.
That's a very high. If you keep that, I didn't say that all that works. I'm saying majority of men. I didn't say that stops them from cheating. We're talking about communication.
Yeah, it don't stop them from cheating.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying communication, opening up dialogue. Right. Different things that you do will make somebody more susceptible. If I'm paying all the bills and making sure that you okay, you'll talk to me with sense. You'll sit over there and have the quietest conversation with me.
Absolutely.
But if I can't pay them bills, your conversation get a little louder.
But not necessarily.
But let me ask you a question.
I think it depends on a woman.
Marcel,
yeah, it does.
Marcel, let me ask you this question.
What?
Okay.
What?
All right. Let's just, and I don't know what your rent is, so I'm just giving you this scenario. Let's just say you're paying $1,300 and you have 1,000 square foot apartment, and you are paying it, and you're just there. Is it really worth to have?
What up, Markel?
Is it really worth it to have this apartment that you have by yourself when you really could have somebody in your apartment that you spend time with, building something with? That you could also be saving money with if they were there with you.
Cheaper for both.
To have your space of 1,000 square feet. Like we are the the only race that doesn't get that. Like
not necessarily. It's a matter of okay. So when you talk about bringing somebody else in your space, that's got to be somebody that you can get along with, that you have in common, that y'all are aiming for the same goals.
So is there no one in the world that you met?
Did I miss it? Go ahead.
Is there no one in the world that you've met?
Sure.
So my point is this, is that, other races, they like know how to get together and share and build, and the next race gets like Vietnamese people, Spanish people. They do it all the time. We can't even do it with another mate.
Even if they don't even like one another like that.
Well, see, that's my point. I see what Chris is saying, but for me, again, that situation has presented itself, but it's always like one-sided. Maybe I like that person more than they like me, and they don't want to do that. They're just out trying to get what they can get from me.
Well, if you think with like Josh that all men cheat, then you can actually have that situation and don't worry about what the man is going to do.
But the truck driver was real.
What? No, see, you don't know. That was your opinion. That was your opinion. No, she could have been in a different position had she not listened. No, had she not listened to him, she would have been in a much different situation.
That brother would have been rolling. You've been walking down the street. He's driving.
That ain't even true. That ain't even true.
Brother's about to take you to the cleaners.
He wasn't.
Hey,
No, he
guess
wasn't.
what? Sometimes you gotta let them go out there and get that laundry washed. You can't say the clothes are getting washed because that's what they want.
But that wasn't even the case.
That's what they want.
I was just trying to
It's no different than what y'all
Put them
just
clothes in the clothesline.
It was no different than what you just said. She would have been supporting her black man, but he saw it as a problem.
For that particular
because
person.
he was like the Walmart worker.
Yes.
And not the person
Yes,
that was going to
because
come
he
up
felt
out of
that she was going beneath herself.
Yeah.
He felt that she needed something better.
He talking about for that particular person.
No.
You know what I was putting
No.
You was wrong in that one.
He was wrong.
So where is 18-wheeler John now?
Married with a good job working for the oil industry.
My kind of guy. Left you and
That's what I'm saying.
Left you and came up.
Only reason he left.
But he came up.
See, you assuming that was exactly what he was going to do with you.
That's right. There you go. There you go.
Michelle.
Because
You got a
was-
Michelle.
You got a Michelle.
He
He
had
found
that
him
type
Michelle.
of drive in
He
his
found him.
personality. He was going to come up. He was doing everything he could to come up.
Andre talked her out of it.
Yeah, he did. He did.
But you listen.
Because Andre ain't want to see your TV going outside.
But she listened to him.
That's
That
what
was
he
the
said.
funny part.
Right.
She listened
Because Andre
to him.
is a real friend.
No.
Yeah.
He saved you from
he is.
destruction.
Yes,
he
is
saved
a
you
real
from
friend.
destruction.
Come on, y'all act really foo-foo on me. Y'all
They know Andre. They know.
But it was some things that were good, but that you said were not good, and she could
Because there's
tried
signs.
that.
There's signs.
No. There.
What no signs?
I'm not gonna even go into it.
She done been through that too much. What, she don't need for her to go through that again with that dude?
But you
my
didn't know
God.
that it was going to turn out that
You
way.
didn't know that.
You didn't know it was gonna turn out that way.
You didn't. No, nobody knew how it was gonna turn out.
All right.
My whole thing.
Do you
was,
think Barack dated somebody before
she
Michelle?
coulda- Absolutely, but she.
So
coulda-
everybody-
But my point
Everybody not to
is-
Michelle.
But my point is, she didn't even give it a try.
I did for a little bit.
Yeah, but you start
When you
getting in
start
your
putting this
own
little-
way
yeah.
because of Andre. And that could have been a good man that she could have built with, but she didn't want to do that because
Of what his perceptions were.
Be quiet. I know
And he
what I
was a
talking
good
about.
friend.
I know what I was talking about, and you knew I was right at the time. It's just because he wouldn't get married now.
Now you said that's right. That's right.
If you never got
Yeah.
married, you'd be like, oh yeah, thanks, Andre. You saved me from that shit.
Because
And
he's
you
married
know,
don't make.
you
But because he's married don't make him good.
But that's what.
No,
that-
he
not
got a
that
good
make him
job.
good, but
and he settled down. He
he
wanted
was
to be
just a
married.
guy that fell on hard times temporarily.
At that time.
But he wanted to
At
be
that
married.
time.
Got you.
That didn't mean that that's his life journey. That
Right.
didn't mean that. But she took it as a life journey. And just because a person fall on hard times
Don't
don't
mean-
make them bad.
That's right.
Sometimes you got to see potential.
And she didn't. And he had it. But
Y'all can say that about
but
that.
I'm I mean, what you say? You okay? Well, I mean, she listened, so now it's over
Okay,
and
y'all
done
listen to
with.
this. Okay. So I podcasted the thing about alimony, right? About what we were talking about it first. This one guy says.
You said child support?
Child support, yeah.
Alimony or child support.
Okay, he said
Which
y'all
one?
can talk. He said y'all all can't talk at one time. My son's mama was crazy as hell, but the man have to know that the child needs me more so he can see normal and sane in the household. I've been through so much with his crazy mother, but I refuse to turn my back on my child. Mm-hmm. When she tried to keep me away games, I'm taking her back to so she don't have to try to do anymore. It's all about how much you love your child and how much time you put into him. She have 2 other babies, daddies, that they turn their back on their children because of him. But my children I take care of, and she expects me to do all of it for them.
That's
he
exactly
was
what we
saying.
said.
That's what he was saying.
That's exactly what we. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though we might have been talking at the same time, we said the same
Said the
shit.
exact same damn thing.
That thing was she want me to take care of the other child, to see my child, not to give my child stuff, just to be able to see my child. I have to do for both.
I mean, like women don't. I guess other women don't understand. So I have to take care of all someone's kids
Just to see
my
mine.
kid, and then she's going to another guy and lay up.
Chris, think about this though. Back in the day,
Back
back in the day, I have to
out.
go back
Tap
in the
out.
day
How
because
far
back in the
back?
day, everybody helped raise the kids.
We ain't in
But
that.
you're not. But see,
Y'all just
Well,
mad 'cause y'all got-
it does take a village.
It takes a
That
village.
still exists.
But hold on, listen, hold on. Raising a village is one thing.
You're missing the whole
Wait,
point.
yeah, you guys are missing a lot of it. Listen, I don't think any of us have an issue with picking up our. First of all, how am I going to say to my son, "Your brother can't come"? Like that doesn't even, huh?
That's a non-issue. He
That's
can
not
come.
an issue ever. First of all, it's not a problem. It's his son. It's his brother, so it's not a problem. But for me to have to, you're gonna make me take him. You're gonna make me take your other kids because so I can be with mine. That's the issue.
I always think
Don't
about the
make
babies.
me do anything.
I think about the babies.
Okay,
it ain't
well-
about you.
Well,
It's about the
where
babies.
is their daddy?
Their daddy ain't nowhere around. That's why they're using you as the
No,
as the-
there's a guy there.
Well, how would you like to have my son for the summer when he comes?
Okay.
It takes a village.
Yeah, that okay is just a generic okay.
Right.
That ain't a realistic.
Exactly.
If
She
we're
ain't-
going to,
She ain't about that.
we're going to Six Flags or something, and I say, you know what, your brothers and sisters, but I would. I'd be like, hey, do you want them to come? I'll take them. But do not say, in order for me to
have
take
to.
my child to Six Flags, I have to take them. No.
Oh, I want to take my
Well,
son.
you know why she's doing that?
Doesn't matter what she's doing it for.
Wait.
Absentee dads.
Yeah, and it's not their responsibility, but she's trying to make the other kids not feel bad because you're taking the one out of the whole group.
My child.
I know, but the other kids don't understand.
But I don't have. It's not my fault that you have multiple baby daddies.
But that's not. You're missing the point.
No.
She's trying not to make the other kids feel bad.
But what does that got to do with me, though?
What my daddy doing with my...
So I've saved up all year to take my son to Disney. Mm-hmm. I got all my ducks in a row. I come to get my son, and you tell me I got to take everybody?
Nope.
So where's your money? Where's their money?
You tripping.
Where's their money?
If you feel like that's right, you tripping.
I see what you're saying.
Give me their money. Give me the money for them, and I'll take it.
I'm just thinking about the other kids.
Even if it's unfortunately, the mom just have to explain it.
I know.
Here's the thing.
Because I never want anybody to do all of my kids the same way.
Right.
Listen, it's not. Let's say it's
That's
not even
really
about
sad,
the money.
but I know that
It's the truth.
Listen, no, Marzetta.
That's why we have to stop at one.
Throw the money.
I know, right?
Throw the money out.
Or one
the window.
daddy.
Out the
that's why
window.
you only have one
I
kid.
want this experience to be with me and my son.
kid, yeah.
I don't have another woman there. I don't have another
So
kid
you're
there.
responsible for
I
one
want
child.
him to understand that
This is
he
daddy time.
is
Yeah.
experiencing this roller coaster, this water ride, this walk, this sun with his father.
Right.
I'll take them next time.
Right.
Or you give me the money since you want them to go.
And that would be
because it costs $400 more,
right.
which I don't have because I just say to take my son or
Right.
my daughter with me. So give me the other $400 and I'll go.
I take my son to Disney World and I take all the rest of them kids to Six Flags.
So it's
Major difference.
It's the funny thing though. People miss the process.
See, and I wouldn't want to send my kids.
So people miss the process. Like they missed I had to save my money to take
That's right.
my son.
My child.
But
I heard you.
But no. But I'm saying people miss the process. I had to save to take my son. But all of a sudden now I'm at the door to pick my son up, and now you want to push 3 other kids.
Yeah.
Saying that he can't go. Saying that the child cannot go unless they go. Now this man
So
said
why do you think the woman have that much power?
They just do because the courts give them that way.
Well, that's
Courts
why
give
you
them
go.
that.
That's why you go to court and
Courts
get
give
the
them that.
stuff written.
No,
you get an order.
Okay, so
Correct,
let
but
me
a lot
ask
of
you.
people don't want to do that. Why do we have to put...
Then the woman going to keep that type
I
of
understand
control.
that,
So
but why
couple
do we have to
things.
put the people in our business?
You don't have a choice because she put them there.
Okay.
The government.
We ain't
So-
support that much. I don't know if you do that or not.
So Tina.
Oh, them
Tina,
daddy rights attorneys? Yes, you do. What's
Tina.
up?
That's just not changing.
Tina. How many guys do you know win?
I
Not
know
many.
a lot of them that get fair deals.
Fair deals. Fair deals is that's
It's not.
that's
It's
loose.
hard to say
That's very
when
loose.
because there are two parents, so it's gonna be
Fair deals every other weekend is you
No.
got the Christmas and they got that ain't.
First
we
of all,
should have to go through all
fair
that.
deals is very loose. That's very loose wording. So fair deal. Now I done spent $10,000 on an attorney to get a fair deal.
Well, that was because the two of you could not agree.
Okay, so
But-
hold on. What could I have done with $10,000 with my son?
You could have done a lot, but that ain't the situation. So
It
instead
is. So now I spent $10,000 for an attorney,
right, but
and I still got my
you
son.
spend $10,000 to have your rights. So instead of looking at
The
it,
rights are already there.
right, but you're saying
Without
that
spending money.
but you're saying that she's not allowing you your rights. So
No.
the only thing you can do is take her to court, get the stuff written how you want it, and fight for your child.
I can go to the school
it
right now and get my
doesn't
daughter
work
and
that way.
just take her.
They're gonna write what I want them to write.
No, I'm saying you're going to
Hey,
take
give
him
me
to
some of
court.
this rum. This rum must be really.
Oh, it's off the chain.
Yeah,
It got
you
to
saw her.
be.
She
You're thinking a
almost
whole
'cause if
different
she-
way.
'cause
she
if
took
she-
out her boot.
No, what I'm saying, because I've been through this. So what I'm saying is you take her to court, you get the stuff written up. It ain't going to all be fair, but you're going to have it all written out for you. So if you want more time with your child and she's
gotta
not
really
giving it
get
to
it.
you, you can go to court and
Yeah,
get
ask
it.
them.
You say you've been through that. Is all that part you saying you or him?
All that is, it was us. That's what the judge
No, you're not. Was that you
taking him to court?
who wrote all that stuff?
No,
Or was it him?
that was him.
He wrote all that stuff.
He
up?
took me.
And the judge.
Yes,
said
because
what?
of those father rights attorney. I'm telling y'all,
So he
they're
won.
good.
He won.
He
So
didn't
why did
win.
you- why you-
He didn't win in the sense I was still named the custodial parent
Why did he have to take you to court?
because he wanted more time. And I was doing exactly what y'all are saying. Y'all girlfriends or whomever did by saying, "Oh, you can come on this day and you can get them." But he was like, "I ain't having that."
Correct. That's his child, right?
Exactly. So you don't get to tell me how much time I'm gonna have with my child, and if you don't agree, I'm gonna take you to court.
So why did you feel like that?
Yeah, I want to know why you even have to go through that.
That's what I'm saying. Why did you feel like that?
I went through that because
You was bitter?
Not that I was bitter, but
Sounds bitter.
No, it wasn't bitter.
Bitter.
Bitter beer.
It wasn't
Leave her
bitter.
alone.
No, it wasn't even about bitter. It was about me thinking I had the power. It wasn't about being bitter.
Don't make me run around this. Don't make me
Okay,
run.
but what I'm saying, you got the power, but what I'm saying, why does you want to use the power? He's trying to see his son.
Exactly.
But like I said,
You're keeping his son from him.
or like we all said, where's the black man in the communities? What
He
are
was
we
trying to be there.
But what are we raised to think we don't need them? So I didn't need them.
You didn't need him.
In my
You
mind,
didn't need him.
exactly.
But
So
you-
I
You're talking about a
didn't
child.
need him to take care of my child. I didn't need nothing. So I excluded him, and therefore he decided, well, if that's the game you're gonna play, this is what I'm gonna play.
You didn't need him for what?
You didn't.
I didn't need him to take care of my child. I didn't need him. Oh, we both paid.
But whose child was
Oh,
it?
But who won from
he
that?
paid 65% of court costs. I paid 35.
But who won from that? That's just a waste of.
For
It
both of
was
y'all.
a waste of money.
For
It
both of y'all.
absolutely was, but that's not the point.
Gotcha.
He took me to court. It was a waste when you look at it in
So
hindsight.
you went all the way to the court.
We went 3 years.
I'm saying you yourself, instead of saying, you know what, this is stupid as hell. Let this man see his damn child.
Yes, but by the time I came up with that, he was already fueled. So there.
He was done. He was like, no what?
No,
But-
because he wanted because you're not gonna ever tell me that I'm not gonna get him this week for Christmas.
that's right.
So-
You're not gonna ever be able to tell me. So that's what it was.
So here's the thing that we're all trying to say to you. This happens all the time to the black man.
Right, but what I'm saying
And
to you,
everybody
because he was a
doesn't
black
have
man.
The money to go to court to do this. So we are
everybody can't
dealing
fight like that. You
with
can't fight like that.
this.
No, it's an ugly fight.
Listen,
But
and who has
if you don't have the
3
money to fight?
years of their life and that type of money and time, it would have been cheap for him to put you in the trunk.
Ray Carew.
And depending on what part of the country you in,
we
you
were in Chicago.
You wind up paying more coming out of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We were in Chicago, so if my portion at 35% was $27,000, just imagine.
This man had to pay $100,000 to see his child.
Because my son had his attorneys, I had my team of attorneys, and he had his.
A team of attorneys to tell you to let that man see his child.
Yep,
Hey,
and then
Let my people go.
and that had nothing to do with the psychiatrist. You have to. It's ugly, but
Oh yeah, we need paperwork.
You leaving out some stuff.
Somebody going to Trump.
no, we had to do it. That's what it was.
I allowed him to see him certain days, but he want to see him more, and y'all went through 3 years of that in 27.
Yeah.
$100,000.
Who?
Over that?
Yep.
I don't understand how
You
women
wonder
think
why
that
go
they
with
don't
white?
they don't want to let their
Huh?
You know,
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm older now, so I know better
but
now.
I said, but you wonder why they would get white
Did,
girls.
at that time, did you have anybody like older women or women in your life saying, Tina, let the man see his child?
No.
None? Nobody said
No.
that?
I'm gonna tell you
Damn.
something. I went through it with my son's mother,
I'm still
and
going
some
through it.
older guys pulled me aside, and they said, "Hey, man, don't do it. We already know what you want.
Yeah.
Don't do it." They said, I can see it in your face. We've all had that.
We all
same
been through it.
Exact look you got on your face right now. I'll never forget it. I was in Jackson Park Harbor, sitting on the pier, mad at my friend's boat, and he was like, "Don't do it." I was at the highest of festivity.
That's high.
Oh yeah.
Festivity. That's a new word.
And I said,
That's high. You can't get no higher than pissed than that.
Festivity.
and I said, and he was like,
Murder.
"It's gonna change. Promise you, it's
Yep.
gonna change."
That's true. It does.
It does.
And
Yep.
shortly after, it was a little bit of time, it changed.
Mm-hmm.
And them men,
Save the life.
they surely
And she don't even know it.
she,
You ready to go all in.
she should think she.
My daughter, to go out to leave out the country, I had to sign papers.
How old is your daughter?
19.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying, she had to, for her to go out the country at that time,
Exactly.
I had to sign papers.
Yes.
All I had to do is say,
No.
no.
Yeah.
Simple, no.
Yep.
Now, I want to see my child. I want to see my child. I could have held that against you and said, nope, not taking my daughter friends. Nope, not going. I don't do that because that's retarded. Why go through that? So my thing is, and this is why she said that she didn't want me to see my child, was because I asked her for a paternity test. And she said that asking me for a paternity test is saying that's not mine.
Insult.
That's an insult.
How's that an insult? How? Explain. We're not married. We're not together like that. That's not true.
Josh.
Hold it. I came to her house to get my stuff and she told me to get out. She wasn't pregnant. Just hold on. There was a guy there.
Okay.
There's a guy there. Now, I just got my stuff and left. 4 months later, me and my friend was together and she told my friend that she was pregnant, not me. He told me. So I called her and I was like, what's going on? He's like, oh, I'm pregnant. Keep in mind,
I saw you with a guy.
not only that, I haven't saw you in 4 months.
Man, is this the same place where the people have 18 and 20 kids?
Correct. So keep in mind, I haven't saw you in 4 months. When I did go over to get the rest of my stuff, it was a guy there. I don't know if he was your brother. I don't know if you're cousin. I didn't ask all these questions. I don't know who he was. So I had every right to ask him for a paternity test. Every single right. I don't care what someone else says. I have every right. And if you was a man, you would say the same thing. Like, oh, I need a paternity test. I don't know.
You don't have to
4 months.
You don't have to be a man to ask to say. If that was your friend, you'd be like, I get a paternity test.
And I got one and it came back mine. So ever since that, she's held that to me, even to this day. She said that against me. That's crazy.
Because in the state of Texas, I saw this movie last night. If you don't go get that test in 4 years, it doesn't matter if it's your child or not. You got to pay child support. If you don't do it within 4 years.
Well, she never put me on child support, but the government did because for the paternity test they put me on. But they nixed. I never paid a dollar. I never paid $1 of child support ever.
It's statute
because she said,
4 years.
I said you got me on child support. She said, I never put you on child support. She said they never gave me any money. So when I called down, I asked the lady said, oh no, sir, your case has been closed. But by me asking for the paternity test, the government put me on
because they paid for it.
They put me on child support. But she never went to court.
Right.
She didn't want me to have nothing to do. She actually wrote me and told me to give up rights. Mm. She said, I don't want you to ever see her because you say it's not yours. I never said that. Not one time. I asked for a paternity test. That's not disrespect.
So let me say this. I am so proud of all of y'all black men sitting in this room that actually took up and wanted your children and stood up and tried for their rights and as well as trying to be good fathers.
I think all black men want their child.
No, they don't. On the other hand, my son's father was the opposite. He walked the other direction. He had nothing to do with him until this very day. And he is 46 years old.
What was his reason?
He said it wasn't his child, even though after he had the paternity test, it was his.
Oh, wow.
So for y'all, it's excellent that y'all did that. Everybody
might I ask why he thought it wasn't his?
But it was proven that it was his, right?
No. What I'm saying, like, why would he think it wasn't? Because, like, in my situation,
no.
I explained my situation.
He didn't think it was a weird situation where
Gotcha.
I got involved with him when he was on rebound with the woman he ended up marrying, and they had 3 children.
And he had to deny. He didn't want that going on.
Yes.
I got you.
Yeah.
They should have just pulled your side and said, "Look, we're working out." But
no.
But I just read an article today. It was on LeBron. His dad's never been in his life.
Never.
Yeah.
Until.
Yeah.
And his dad looks. I mean, he looks just like his dad.
And so does my son. He looks exactly like his dad.
I mean, like, LeBron looks, his dad look exactly like him.
So y'all it's good that y'all have done this and y'all fight for that.
I get told all the time, I was told all the time to take her to court, and I would never do that because of my situation and what I did, being incarcerated. I don't deal with them. I don't go in that building. Like, niggas go in there and don't come out of there. I don't go in there. I don't go to visit nobody. I don't go by it. These are truths. You go in there, you don't come out of there.
Well, I think black people in general don't mess with the police. They don't mess with the
law.
No. So it's not going to be our first inclination to go, hey.
Like, I couldn't have took you to court.
Right.
I couldn't have done that.
Right.
I would have never done that.
No one, and spent $100,000.
Yeah, we spent some money.
So, Chris, do you have any other questions for us black women in the room tonight?
Oh, man, that's a good question. I always have questions for the black woman.
That's the reason. That's where we started.
So I have a good question for you, and we talked about it earlier about social media. Why is it black women today, why do they put so much importance on hair and makeup? Because we don't care nothing about it.
Really?
We don't.
Maybe you don't.
We do not. As I'm speaking for every
You can't
man
speak
on the
for all
earth.
men. Do you like hair and makeup, Andre? For a woman?
I'm speaking on
Chris, do
every
you like hair
man
and
in
makeup
the
for a
world.
woman?
My answer is this. I think when women go somewhere like special that they deem as special, New Year's, prom, blah 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 blah, something to that effect, weddings, like that.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it loud.
Let him finish. Can he finish?
We don't care. You already said special occasions.
But he
Okay,
said
so are
he
you
cared.
trying to tell me that if somebody walked into,
that's not my answer.
if you were at Walmart
What?
and
What's
you
not
saw a
your
woman
answer?
walk in with no makeup, hair all nappy,
I don't care about nappy hair. I like my women natural. I don't care. That doesn't turn me off. No, it turn
but
me
y'all
off.
are not the average. Some men like their woman to be like on point at all times.
They don't. Look at the women that these dudes are married to.
You're right.
Look
I
at the
agree.
women that these
I
dudes
totally
are married
agree.
to. Stop
It's
it.
a
Cut it out.
Basic woman.
It's social
Exactly.
media. It's since the inception of the Atlanta and all these housewives
of Atlanta.
That's what has messed it because
Thank you.
Chris is a little older than me.
Oh, don't even
You're a little older
try.
than me.
I'm going to watch my show.
Growing up, our women did not do
look
that.
like this.
And we
Exactly.
loved them and we took
Yes,
care of them.
yeah.
When they started looking a little different, we stopped loving and taking care of them. Think about it.
Whoa,
Well, I don't know.
That's deep.
Think about it.
I
Think
don't
about it.
No,
I can't speak
Think
on it.
about it.
Walk around with them or other little homegirls of mine. Like,
Think about it.
she get him. Dude 6'4", whatever, 6'3".
Think about it.
Her nappy. She wearing sweats.
And guess what?
She's a
That's
down to
who he
earth
with.
woman. She's a down to earth woman.
Just because you wear hair and makeup don't mean
That's
you're not down
that's
to
not
earth.
what I
know,
said.
but-
That's not what I
Right.
said.
I mean, we still
I
down to
said,
earth.
why do they place so much importance on it? I
think-
never said it was a
think-
bad or good thing.
I think that's just how we want to look. And
I
there's nothing
think-
wrong
So
with
when
I
you
think-
was younger,
no.
why did you look like that?
I think
Well,
it
when I
goes
was
back
younger,
to.
I couldn't wear makeup.
I think it goes back to what we were talking about, the lack of role models that we have in society today for women and men. We no longer have those strong black personalities like Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks and all of that. We're following, what's those chicks with the big booty?
You're following social media women.
That's what we have as role models. So that's what we're going.
But see, I might apply that to my 15.
Can't be youth.
Y'all grown ass women.
Yeah,
That's the point. That's what
Yes,
sells.
it is the point.
Yeah,
That's what sells.
That's why I asked.
I'm not selling my.
See, let's take our hair and makeup off. Come on, let's do it.
Don't bother me because all the women I've dated, I can show you my phone. All the women I've dated, they are beautiful women and they don't wear nothing. I'm talking about beautiful. Like you be like, how the fuck Josh got them? They bad body, career, everything. They bad. They be like, I don't get it. They say they don't even get it. Like, I don't get it. Like.
It's just a preference.
I didn't say about preference.
Right.
I said
It's-
importance, not a
right.
preference.
It's
Okay,
the
and the other
preference.
side
They're
of that
putting
too.
importance on it.
The
Like,
other side of that
It's a-
is,
I
it's a
feel I
preference.
need this to feel I am beautiful.
It's just a
yeah,
preference.
that's what I was gonna. That's the point.
But you don't need it.
But you,
We
you
as
can't
black men are telling you don't
can't
need it.
Tell a woman what she needs to feel good about herself.
Well,
It's
y'all
a
ask men like, okay, man, what do y'all like? And we tell y'all, you be like,
But
oh,
whether you like it or
I'm
not,
getting highlights.
whether you like it or not, you can't tell me what makes
I would
me
never
feel good.
tell you not to put nothing
you
on or
can't
what.
tell me what makes me get out the door in the morning to feel good about myself, to walk out into the public.
so
Just
before
like
you
I
started
can't tell
doing
you.
it, before you started
Just like
doing
I
it,
can't tell you.
but before you started doing it, I'm gonna ask you this: before you started wearing and doing all that, you were still going outside in the public, and men still were talking to you.
I just think that sometimes
Yeah, crickets.
I think women overdo
So-
it sometimes. I don't honestly I don't think you need it.
And you probably had your best man when you didn't have it.
No, he was a jerk.
No, you probably had your best man when you didn't have it.
Nah, he was a jerk.
Mm-hmm. Now you'll say that now. You ain't gonna be truthful, but I guarantee you, I'm telling you, as men, I'm speaking for all men. We don't care about
That's
it.
not all men.
All
men do not
men.
feel that way. You can't say that.
White, black, Korean, short, tall, fat,
I
short.
just like what I like, so it ain't about.
Thank you.
It's not
You
about
like
the
what
man.
you like because you saw it on. And I'm telling you, y'all ain't gonna never admit it. You'll never admit it. They will never admit it. They will never. I'm doing it for me.
That's back, but you did admit that social media, and I said, well, y'all should be. Y'all too damn grown to be.
I'm telling you what it is, man. I know what it is. I see it, but they won't admit it. Even I've asked so many women this, they will never admit it. First thing they'll say is, I wear it to highlight my beauty. But if we're telling you that it doesn't look good, that we rather see you like this, and you're asking me as your man, and you say, babe, this look better on me, and I say, not, I think I like that. You get upset and mad when that guy tells you, nah, babe, I like the other stuff. What do you mean? I like that.
Josh is right.
There's some truth to what he's saying.
I like a woman who can look natural and regular, but then when it's time to get jazzed up,
she can
do your thing.
She can do her thing.
Right.
And jazzed up don't mean going to look like a punk.
Yeah, I don't need you looking like that every day. I just don't.
Jazzed up don't mean that you got to go put on, you got to go take all the stuff out of the cabinet, all the ketchup, all the flour, and stick on your head and your face. That's not what jazzed up mean.
Okay, John, we're closing the show right now.
Good, we need to close it because when me and Chris trying to go out to eat, and y'all sitting there talking about we ain't ready yet, we just gone. Y'all taking 4 hours to go. Y'all taking 4 hours to go to Vanetti's. What the? I'm not saying all y'all. I'm just saying this is what lots of women do. We're just going somewhere simple. You still in there putting on eyelashes and get your ass out the damn bathroom.
I understand. So we're about to wrap this up. So Chris, is there anything you want to say in closing?
No.
You only got one
You had a question, but Josh ended up taking the question.
Yes.
Because I want to know why they put on this damn war paint.
Josh, look.
War paint.
So do you have a question?
No, I mean, I just said I think sometimes people, black women, because I date black women,
love them,
that they overdo it with makeup, and they don't need it. Like black women don't need it, and it's funny to me after watching like a show like Chris Rock's Good Hair.
Yeah, I saw that.
After watching that and then thinking like the takeaway for me as a man, like how you don't need it.
Don't need it.
It's
what I said.
It is simply for you. Like the show itself said, it's simply for you. It has nothing to do with us. Mm. If you took nothing away from that movie, it was only about you because we don't care. Like
and that's what I said. We don't.
Well, I just said that's what I was trying to get. That was the point I was making. You may not care. But for somebody that's been through something and their self-esteem,
and some women may have to wear cancer. Some women may have
absolutely.
I get it.
They may have to.
We're talking about the ones who haven't.
That's completely different.
That's completely different.
That's 10, 15.
That's medical
at max.
Well, in the next 6 months, our hair is coming off.
But listen,
how would you know?
That's 10 or 15%, let's say. But what about the rest? So here's the thing. I'll say this. Think about it this way. I read an article about all the women who wear weave, what it does to your hair.
It fucks it up.
So knowing that, that's like
if
you keep drinking this, you're going to have that, and you're like, I'll take
give
my
it to
chances.
Me. Like suicidal.
Alopecia is real for black women.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
So,
all the edges gone, and they don't come back.
They talked about that deal.
They don't come back.
I still have edges, so
I'm just saying.
They don't like 15 minutes on that on Saturday. It was so funny.
Yeah,
but this is true.
Like, those are just the simple things that I think about as black women. I'm like,
you are a very attractive woman. You are a very attractive woman. If you took off Sheila and I saw Tina, if you took off Kim and I saw Mazetta, you still are attractive. You're missing the point. You still are an attractive person.
Right.
You still look good.
Okay.
And for us as a man, we looking like, shit, girl, you look good. We're trying to, we be lost. We be like, the fuck she doing? Like, we're waiting on you to go on a date. We're sitting out here like, hey, my baby look good.
Josh,
like, what the fuck is
you
she
can
doing?
say that, but for a woman, you don't live a woman's life. Okay,
I don't.
You don't.
I got ding-a-ling.
When a woman walks into a store, into a makeup store, it's all about enhancing the beauty. But let me finish.
Or punking yourself out.
Well,
like
whatever the case may be, however you see
Drag
it.
queen.
And however you see it. But for a woman, all of that for her is enhancing her beauty.
So why you wasn't enhancing it before all these reality shows came?
We wore makeup.
No, you didn't. You wore you wore some lip gloss.
Huh?
I have one question.
And that's it.
One question. That's the last time.
One question.
When's the last time you bought a man a drink?
2 weeks ago.
Was it his birthday?
No, we were out.
Okay. Damn sure wasn't Roger.
Who the fuck is Roger?
At the Venetti. My boy Roger.
Oh,
Roger finna whoop your ass. You know the hell Roger is. You finna whoop your ass in there. You know. Now you don't know.
Yeah, you know who.
Well, you know Roger.
Okay, well, I guess I didn't buy Roger no drink.
No,
Roger ain't want you talking to him.
Okay.
You tried to talk to Roger. Roger was like,
you really don't know?
Oh, crazy Roger.
no crazy Roger.
I'm like, you really don't know.
Hey, Chris, Roger finna go upside the head in there, boy.
He was uptight. He was like,
Roger said, and I asked Roger what happened. Get what Roger said. And I told him what it was. I said, Roger is tired of dealing with black women.
And that's what it was.
And when I went outside, Roger came outside. Roger was pissed. And I said, man, what's going on, bro? He was like, I am sick and I'm tired. I said, what's you tired of? He said, at this job down here, he said, these women, they don't know how to act. I can't take it. And I had told the doorman, the little slim dude doorman, I said, I guarantee you some black women at his job doing too much. And Roger said exactly what I said. And I said, Roger, you date black women?
He was sitting next to me at the bar, Chris.
And Roger said,
and
as of today, no.
I thought, okay, see, he's sitting there by himself. I was just introducing myself because we kept elbowing and nudging each other. I said, I'm Marcetta. I just wanted to introduce myself. He looked at me. He's like, I don't give a fuck who you are.
You give a fuck who you is?
But I didn't want to. I was trying to be nice.
Roger just had a bunch of black women that just was started at his job.
Was he on the edge?
He was on the edge. Big time edge.
Right,
so he didn't want to eat. Right, so I just need some drink. Right,
and I
bro,
want to get some food and get out.
He said, bro, I'm just gonna go home. I'm gonna have a glass of wine and I'm gonna relax. He said, today it's been Roger one of them Negroes that would have came up there and bop.
Everybody.
Man, Roger was.
And I had to be sitting there.
And she said, what's wrong with this dude? So I'm looking at him like, Roger, he eating them weenies with
anger.
Preciseness. Yeah, exactly.
Man, Roger man, I got outside and she had to mess with that man. Hi, Roger. Talk to your ass. You ain't white.
Well, I'm glad to know. I'm glad to know you bought somebody a drink recently.
Oh yeah,
a lot of women don't do that. So
well,
that
I was going to ask that subject because I was dating this guy, and every now and then when we would go out, he would expect for me to buy him drinks, and he would normally buy drinks all the time, and I did chip in a couple times and buy drinks, and I started kind of feeling some kind of way. Then I thought about, well, he does buy drinks, or he'll pay for a movie. So what's wrong with me buying a drink or paying for a dinner? Yeah. But everybody don't feel that way.
And one brief question.
What?
If your homegirls, me and Chris was out, right? And Chris said, you know what? You guys are dating, and your homegirls come up. And is it okay for Chris to buy them a drink? Or would you? Or,
yes.
Because a lot of women don't like that. They be like,
that's okay.
They be like, why are you? Like, They may not say nothing then. No, you know what I'm talking about.
That's what
they may not say nothing.
That's what a gentleman does.
But me, I don't do it unless we're cool. Like
I expect that from you, Josh.
No, but for real.
Yeah, I expect that from you.
But if we're cool, I will do it. But if I just met her and I'd be like, she's like, well, buy my friends a drink. Because it's not my responsibility to buy them no drink.
Right.
It's not my responsibility at all. I'm dating her or I'm talking to her. But sometimes, me, okay, that's the girls. No, I go, hey, drink, get them some drink. But if I don't know them yet, no, because I don't know the situation.
No, I leave it up to him. If he want to buy a drink, he can. If he don't, he don't.
But it's all right if he did.
Yeah, it's all right.
Because this was a topic on Facebook last week, and girls were actually fighting.
It's kind of confusing.
It is.
Why is that confusing?
Why is it confusing? If I buy you a drink, we all together.
Not that aspect. I mean, if somebody's taking you out on a date and say they've taken you out a couple times and they pay for everything, and then like on the third date they ask, you want to split the ticket. Some people say it's okay to do that, and some people say
but why is that confusing? It's up to you. But that's how you feel. You know what you want. You know what you got. You see what you have. If that's what you want to do,
some people don't always think that way.
It ain't about some people. It's about you. You're
the one
at that time.
Yeah, you're the one doing
it. You're the one dating.
But people do feel funny about that.
Right, but who gonna come back and say?
Women.
You don't have to come back and
surprised.
say what you do.
Women would be like, I ain't paying for that.
Nigga, I want to
Right, but I'm saying,
I'm so glad my girlfriend ain't
I'm
cheap.
saying, who's gonna know what somebody
She don't mind.
is doing?
You got a winner.
And
Right.
unless you come back and say
I asked,
it.
could we clone him? She said no. I'm gonna clone Shot and sell her at Target.
What did you say? What?
I'm gonna clone Tina and sell her at Target.
Okay.
T.
Yeah, it's not.
It ain't that easy.
I know, right?
The only
I've
way
been trying to get
people
some
know is
DNA
if
for
you
about
come
a week.
back and tell them you whatever you do with your guy, you do. You don't have to report that to nobody. That's just me.
Never tell your friends what your guy is doing, good or bad.
Right.
Never.
Right.
Okay, well, we're going to wrap up the TNMZ show. It was nice. Chris, thank you for coming.
Check. Where's the check?
Josh, thank you for coming.
They shot me. I'm dead. All I want was a little money. I just want a little
Josh
money.
want to hear this.
That's what I want to hear. Oh, man.
So thank you, Josh. And MZ, do you have anything to say?
Good night.
Good night, everyone. It was a nice show, and we'll see you next week.
Toodles.
What time is it?
Late.